everyone, I am here in our Flatwoods habitat, and in our Flatwoods habitat lives three different kinds of animals. We have our white-tailed deer that just walked off frame. We also have our wild turkeys here. We have a male and we also have a female. And then we have our sandhill crane. Sandhill cranes don't typically live in Flatwoods habitats, so we'll actually do another YouTube video on her another time. But for now, we're actually going to be focusing on our beautiful wild turkeys here and that white-tailed deer. So we have a white-tailed deer in here. His name is Cypress, and Cypress is about 10 years old. And we call white-tailed deers white-tailed deers because the underside of their tail is white. So if they feel alarmed, they actually stick their tail up. They call it flagging, and they kind of wave it around a little bit. So for them, if Cypress had other white-tailed deer in the area, they would see that and they would say, oh my gosh, Cypress saw something scary. We should be on alert. We should be aware that there might be a predator or something like that in the area. Okay, so when you look at Cypress here, one of the first things you'll notice are his antlers. His antlers are very distinguished. So we'll talk about why they look like that in just a second. But first, let's talk about antlers in general. So antlers are made of bone. Antlers are not horns. Horns are actually made of keratin. Horns are found on like rams and goats and things like that. And antlers are some of the fastest growing animal tissue in the animal kingdom. So for a white-tailed deer, their antlers can actually grow about 1/4 of an inch a day. So Cypress here doesn't have the level of testosterone needed in order to shed his antlers yearly. So instead of shedding, they actually just continuously grow. So they're called cactus bucks when this happens. So as you are all aware, here at Bush Wildlife Sanctuary, we are also a wildlife hospital. So many of the white-tailed deer that come in through our hospital are fawns. They're just babies. And a lot of times it's due to a person actually thinking that the baby fawn is abandoned. Actually, the majority of the time that's not the case. So typically what'll happen is the mom deer actually leaves her babies alone. And the main reason is actually because the babies don't have a scent to them. And in order for them to stay safe from predators, mom actually just kind of tucks them away somewhere and walks off and goes and takes care of herself for the day. She goes and finds herself some food. The babies also have some amazing camouflage. They are born with these spots. So if they bed down in a pile of grass, they curl up into a little ball and they essentially disappear into their environment. Mama deer usually only comes back at dawn and dusk to feed their babies. So we also have in our exhibit here, we have some wild turkeys as well. So we have 2 turkeys. We have a male, this is Nick, and we also have a female. Our female's name is Attila. So wild turkeys, they're very interesting creatures. Nick here is actually doing what we call strutting. So male turkeys will try to impress the female turkeys by doing this. They puff up. They make themselves look bigger and more important. So for our male turkeys, they have quite a few distinguishing features to them. So they actually have this mass of feathers that comes out of their chest. That's called their beard. And then all these bumps on their head. So because Nick here is strutting, his head here actually is more vibrant and more colorful than it usually is. So he wouldn't be this beautiful bright red color, and he wouldn't have that as much bluish that you see around his eyes. And also as you see here, there's like this piece of skin that comes over his nose that would also be kind of like turned into a little like unicorn horn essentially. So the bumps on their head, they're called caruncles. The part along their neck that's really bright red, that's called their wattle. And then the part that droops over their face, that's called their snood. So our turkey friends, they are more omnivorous. They're going to eat nuts and berries that they'll find. They'll also eat some insects as well. So for a turkey, they typically are going to take their feet. They're going to scratch at the ground. They're going to turn over the soil and look for any of that stuff that might be kind of hiding right underneath, which is a lot of like grubs and worms and that kind of stuff.